Okay? Like that. Hey everybody, Coach Kyril here. I'm in Virginia Beach, Virginia. It's a beautiful day in March. And I really saw some things the other night that made me really think about what it is I'm trying to teach you guys. And I've got a real good grasp on something, and I really have a real big passion and desire today to blow the lid off a bunch of stuff. And one of the ways I'm going to blow the lid off of some things is I'm going to expose exactly how a powerful serve gets hit with minimal outside interference, with the minimal stuff you have to do. There's not a lot you got to do, guys, and it all involves one word: pronation. Now, I'm going to teach you some other things beside pronation that are going to help you have a more powerful, accurate serve, but you really need to understand that all the power on a serve comes through pronation, meaning nothing happens on a serve. There's no power at all able to be produced on a serve in an efficient manner without pronation. Pronation is the key to all power, period. Okay? All the power we use in our body and our legs and our core to hit a powerful serve are all used to increase the speed of the racket through pronation. So you can talk about a deep knee bend. You can talk about a launch into the tennis court. You can talk about all these things you need to do to be powerful. But it all ends at the end of the whip with pronation. Okay? That's where the power gets released. Okay? And I'm going to go through a couple things here to show you and prove to you that pronation is where the power comes from. And again, this is how you can do it. Coach Kyril is always about how you can do it. I'm not going to sit here for half an hour and explain to you about ulnar and radial deviation and all this nonsense, okay? That stuff may be true, but it's not going to help you, okay? What you need to know is, hey, this is what I need to do to actually hit the serve with power, okay? So we're going to dive headfirst into this, and by the time this video is over, you're going to be able to go to the court, grab some tennis balls, and go, wow, I can do this. This is fun, okay? So let's get to it. Okay, so what I'm going to do is get on my knees here, and we're going to talk about pronation. I'm going to show you that all you have to do is pronate to get power. I'm not even talking about coming from back here and pronating. I'm going to make this so simple and get you guys to feel it so you can do it, that you're going to, if you haven't already got the serve you want, you're going to go, wow, this is something great. I can do this. So right here. All right. Here's the deal. When I come here and I turn my forearm and palm inward, that's called pronation. Pronation. I am pronating the wrist as opposed to supinating. I'm pronating. I'm going to put the racket in my hand and I'm going to point it toward my target, and I'm going to hit one ball on the edge of my racket just to show you that this is how we want to be right before we hit the ball. Ready? Edge of the racket. Then I'm going to come here and I'm going to pronate. I'm going to show you the pronation is where the power comes from. Watch this. Okay, you ready? We come over the net just pronating the forearm and wrist. That's it. That's the power. Now if I get up on my feet, I can do the same thing. Again, I'm going to stand flat-footed. I'm not going to move at all. I'm just going to isolate the lower body by staying flat-footed, and I'm going to pronate. We're going to get power this way as well. That's the serve, guys. That's the whole serve right there. This turning. Am I sliding the racket forward at all? No. Racket's up. Pronate. I'm not even getting any forward momentum. I'm just pronating the forearm and wrist forward. So I'm here and I'm going boom. I'm here and I'm going boom. That's where the power comes from, guys. That's the whole thing. If you want to know how James Blake stand there so calmly and just boom, hits a big serve, that's how he does it. All right? So I'm going to show you the example of that right now. Okay, I'm just going to give you a little more. I'm going to ramp it up a little more and a little more just through pronation, okay? So, pronate, 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 okay? I'll show you again. For all non-believers out there, okay? You guys can do this. I want you to get this. It seems miraculous. It's not. It's just physics. Pronate. Pronate. Okay, all I'm doing is pronating faster and faster and faster. And the faster I pronate, the faster the ball travels, because the racket accelerates as it turns. As my forearm turns, if I turn it slow, I'm going to get a slow ball. If I turn it fast, I'm going to get a fast ball. Same here. Slow ball, fast ball. Okay? And everything you do leading up to a serve, when you see me hitting a two-step serve and you see me winding up here and boom, release, that's all so that I can get potential energy in my body released as kinetic energy through super fast pronation. The whole goal of jumping into the court and keeping the elbow up and launching out into the court, everything you see Roddick do, all that stuff is just in order to get the body moving in a way that it can release the energy efficiently so that this racket can go from here to here as it moves forward really super fast. That's all that is. And I'm going to show you that now. I'm going to show you we're going to ramp it up even more. But this is key, guys. The pronation is key. This is not rocket science, okay? Here to here. Here to there. That's it. And we're just going to start ramping it up a little bit more by pronating. Okay? Now you see my right foot coming to the court? It's because I'm isolating the lower body and just pronating. Because you know I'm a big fan of when we do our serve, that we launch our body out into the court with our left foot via the two-step serve. But even if you're not using a two-step serve, you want how Roddick hits it so fast, and Blake, right, when they don't do a two-step serve, you'll see James Blake will just stand here like this, right, and he'll hit a big serve. How does he do it? He does it through pronation, like this. That's how. They're just going to pronate, okay? Like that. Okay? Okay? And then I'll get a couple where I launch into the court here. And we'll try a platform stance like Sampras used to use, okay? Nothing wrong with that. Works fine. Okay? Then we'll work it back further. And we'll do what I do, or people like Marty Fish do, okay? Where we get a rocking motion and we launch into the court even more efficiently than the other first two serves you saw. Okay? Okay, so what we're going to do now is look at those and say, how do we get there? How do we get from the serve we have to the serve we want? You just knowing this right here, and I don't want you to run out to the park and try it just yet, but just knowing that you can do this right here and get a ball over the net without having a big backswing, just pronate, okay? If you can't do that now, that's something you need to work on. When I say work on, like do it 3 times and you'll be able to do it. It's seriously not that difficult, okay? I'm going to give you some drills and stuff now to show you how we work back from, it's kind of like a building. You know, we're building a building and the architect has the finished product in mind, but he's got to go dig the foundation, work it, you know. So we start from the end of what we want. We know what we want. Now that we have the picture of what we want and we know it'll work and all the structural engineers have told us, yeah, it's fine, good to go. Now we're going to go dig the foundation and build our way up so that the vision becomes reality. So we're going to do that now. Hey everybody, Coach Kyril here, and I want to show you a drill and a series of drills that's really going to help you learn pronation and how to isolate the lower body so you can start hitting more serves in today, because this is how you can do it. These are really easy things to do, simple things to do that can take you the level of your game and your serve and just ramp it up like no tomorrow by isolating your lower body. And here's what I'm talking about. I'm going to actually sit down here, and I'm going to hit some serves, and I'm going to isolate my lower body. I'm going to hit these serves into the ad court. I'm actually going to sit down just like this. We'll spread the legs out a little bit. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to hit these serves over. And you're going to see this from different angles so that you can see that you can do it too, okay? And all we're going to do is you've been through a lot of the other videos. If you're in the members area, that's how you're watching this. Or if you've bought this DVD. And you're going to see the elbow up. You're going to see me looking at the ball. You're going to see a nice good toss over my head. And you're going to see me pronate. Those 4 elements are what's going to allow me to be successful hitting these balls. And I want to show you what it looks like from that angle. And then we'll show you me getting these in, okay? So I've got elbow up, eye on the ball, good toss, and I'm going to pronate. Boom, over and in, every single time. Again, up, over and in. Again, elbow up. I'm going to have a nice good toss here because you learned in your tossing video how to toss. And eyes on the ball, and I'm just going to pronate with the forearm and wrist. And those balls are going to go in. I got my Cart's trying to say hi to me here. How you doing, Cart? Okay? Up again, elbow up, eyes on the ball, nice toss, and pronate. Now, the real way to ramp this up and to know you're doing this properly is to make sure you stop your racket like the Statue of Liberty at the top of your swing, okay? And the ball should still go in. So it looks like this. Elbow up, eyes on the target, nice toss, pronate up and stop. And that ball will go over, okay? And if you're starting to swing and the racket's ending up down here, it's because your toss is too far out in front. So this is a drill to get the toss over your head, isolate your lower body, and learn how to pronate. Okay, so that's the drill you want to do. If your racket's hitting the ground, it's because your toss is way out in front. Okay, so again, we'll recap this. Elbow up, eyes up, ball up over your head, right? We're going to pronate with the ball toss at the top of our head, and we're going to end up like the Statue of Liberty here. Boom. Okay? And that's how we zip them in. So what we're going to do now is break this down and move up a little level. We're going to give you a little more freedom now. Okay? I'm going to give you the opportunity to earn your way up to your feet. Okay? Because that's how we do it. We earn our way up. So what we're going to do here is spread out this towel, and I'm going to get on my knees. And I suggest just use a nice fluffy towel if you got one at home. If you have knee problems, you can use a small stool, like a footstool, and sit on that and do this drill as well. Okay? And all I'm going to do, I'm going to actually put this at an angle a little bit, is I'm going to sit on my heels, and I'm going to do the same things we talked about. Use these same principles, okay? I'm going to keep the elbow up. I'm going to keep the toss above my head. My eyes firmly locked on the ball. I'm going to pronate and stop. It's like this. Ball's going in right there. Boom. Again, elbow up, eyes up. Eyes on the ball, toss, pronate, finish up top. One more time, elbow up, eyes up. Good toss, pronate, stop at the top. Okay, I'm pronating now. So now we're going to come up off our heels, and after you do 10, 20, 30, 50 of those, we're going to come up off our heels. Boy, that wind's blowing today. Here we go. Now we're going to be on our knees and we're not on our heels, so we're earning our way to the top. Okay, we earn everything we do in this game. Elbow up, eyes up, watching our intended target, toss above our head, pronate, finish at the top, boom. Every ball right there, boom. And after we do 10, 20, 30, 40 more of those, well, you know what we're going to do now. We're going to come up on our feet. And we're going to do what? Can you guess it? We're going to do the same thing. Elbow up, eyes up. Toss is going to be above our head, right? We're going to pronate up, and we're going to finish at the top like the Statue of Liberty. Just like that. Okay? I haven't missed one, and I won't miss. Because the law will be what's the fifth law of tennis success? The law of conditioned movement. So it's going to be conditioned for you too, and eventually you're going to elbow up, eyes up, toss above your head, pronate, follow through, boom, right in the court. Again, boom, right in the court. And we're focused on the ball. We're taking care of business up here. We don't care what happens down there. We know what's going to happen down there. So we take care of business here and we get the results out there. Okay? So elbow up, eyes on target, ball above your head, pronate, and the ball goes in. Now we're going to earn our way up. So we've got so many in a row. Let's make Coach Kyril hit 3 in a row. So we'll just go 1. Ooh, let. 1, 2, elbow up, final 1, 3. So now I earned my way up to my knees. So now I'm going to be on my heels here. So I'm going to be on my knees here, but leaning back on my heels. And I'm going to hit 3 more. I got to get these in now. Elbow up, eyes up, pronate, finish at the top. 1, 2, 3. Okay? Now I earned my way up. Now I'm coming up to my knees. Okay? I earned this, guys. I got the results, and I earned my way up. So now I'm off my heels now, and now I'm sitting up a little bit more. Again, elbow up. 1. Elbow up, eyes up. Pronate and stop. Pronate and stop at the top. Now I just earned my way up 3 in a row there. So now I'm on my feet. If I could do it sitting, and then kneeling, sitting on my heels, and then kneeling, certainly I can do it standing up. Elbow up. 1, 2. You can clear the net by a mile this way. 3. Okay, and if you really feel sassy, and you really want to clear the net by a lot, you just toss the ball over your head and toss it a little bit higher and just give a little knee bend and accelerate up into the ball and pronate up into the air like this. And you're not going to have any problems clearing the net, okay? So to recap on this drill, what you want to do is this. Start on your seated or in a stool, okay, like I was, or in a stool. And you want to remember your 5 keys here. Elbow up, eyes on target, ball above your head, pronate, and stop at the top. The stop at the top is going to make sure your toss is good to go, okay? Because if you toss out here, you can't stop at the top, can you? Okay? So we're going to start doing it down here seated, and we're going to get our towel out, because we don't want to bang our knees up too bad. And we're going to do it seated back here on our knees, but seated on our heels. Then we're going to earn our way up a little bit. And set yourself a goal, a target. 5 in a row, 10 in a row, 20 in a row, 30 in a row. Whatever if you're feeling sassy, 50 in a row. Okay? Then we come up here, off our heels there. And then we come back up here to standing position, where again, we start elbow up, head up, ball toss overhead, pronate, finish like the Statue of Liberty. Okay? And when we do that, we realize that we can pop the ball in pretty good. Continental. Continental Eastern Hybrid, the V going up the corner. Eastern, V going up the flat panel. Hybrid Eastern, Western, which is the semi-Western backhand. Okay, so now that we've seen our finished product, we know what we want, now we're gonna build backwards. We're gonna dig our foundation, and the way we're gonna do that is this. I showed you pronation is the way to power, right? That's all the power you need for a serve. Again, I'm not gonna move my arm, I'll recap there. There's pronation, there's the power. Okay, right up here, boom. All right, so what we're gonna do, and I'm gonna go get this ball right now, like a clean court. All right, what we're gonna do is this. We're gonna find out how in the world so we don't tear our shoulder up, okay, how in the world we get there efficiently, okay, where there's a balance. If I was just to serve with my arm all the time, what would happen is I'd start tearing up my shoulder, okay? It would be really bad because this is where all the energy is getting transferred through and to with no balance, okay? There's no balance at all. It's just all being extended through the arm with no balance, and there's no actual chain there's no conduit for the energy to come from the ground up into your arm. You're starting the power right here in the shoulder. So all your power is coming from the torque of the shoulder. We don't want that. We just want the shoulder to be a channel, okay? So we want the power to come up from our body, our base, come through the shoulder and here. We don't want to have to start the energy in the shoulder. We'll rip up our shoulder eventually. Now, doing these drills where you just come here and pronate, that's not going to rip your shoulder up. You know, but doing this, serving hard like that all day from way up there, it will rip your shoulder up eventually. And we don't want to do that, okay? Plus, we're going to get the added benefit of the power starting down here and come rushing through our body and be released like a whip into the ball efficiently. I'm going to get a nice freaking big serve, okay? That's what we want. That's how you can do it, right? So I'm going to show you. Okay, we're going to start out on our right leg. And it's going to seem goofy. It's going to seem weird, okay? You're going to feel stupid at the country club or wherever you're at doing this. Don't worry about how you feel, okay? This is no BS. We do what works, okay? I'm going to show you how this works. We're on one leg, and we're going to start with our racket in our little back scratch position, in a ready position, so that we don't have too many moving parts to worry about for now. And what we're going to do is we're going to stand on this right foot, and we're going to hold the left foot out over the line. We're going to balance our body, okay? And we're going to stand here balanced, and this is going to do a couple things. It's going to get your mind focused, or your subconscious mind and your body focused on core stabilization, so that when you come up to the serve and do these normally, you go back to your full style serve, your body's on balance. I know that it's happened to you, it's happened to me. You're in such a rush, you walk up to the court, and you're almost falling over trying to hit that next serve. This is going to train your body to be balanced, A, and B, it's going to allow you to learn to release the racket in the most efficient manner possible and to unload from the right side of your body. So that's what we need to do. So here's what it looks like. You come up here, you put your continental grip, leg out front, 45-degree angle to the court, just like this, and we're going to hop out into the court and just pronate like this and land on that left foot, okay? You go watch any pro, you'll see that they land on the left foot, and now you'll know what they feel, and you'll know why. The reason is because of the transfer of potential energy into kinetic energy demands that we unload from one side of the body and balance it out on the other. So again, up here, come out on the court on the left foot, okay? That's the first thing you're going to do. And you can do this with kicks, with slices, with flat serves. And this is going to teach your body to unload from the right side. So let's do a flat serve first. We'll go up the middle, up the tee there. Okay, flat serve. Okay, don't worry about getting them all in right now. Worry about how it feels. We're going to do another one right up the middle. Okay, there was an ace right there. All right, and then we're going to do a topspin one. Okay, so we'll come here. Nice little topspin serve. That was actually kind of a kick, but whatever. Another topspin one. Okay, then we'll do a slice. A couple slices. Just to show you, you can hit any kind of serve you want with this. And of course, if you've been through my tossing video, you'll know right where to toss it for each serve. I said we were going to do a slice. That was kind of a little topspin kick there. Let's do a slice here. Okay, that was a nice little slice out to the right side there. Okay, and then we'll hit a couple kicks too. Again, this is just showing that you can do any kind of serve you want with it. So I don't want anybody saying, well, that's good for a flat serve, but what about this? You can do it with all of them, okay? We're going to do the work necessary to get the results we want. We're going to become responsible for what we desire, okay? So up here, over the head. Let's hit a kick to the backhand side on the deuce court. Kind of jammed him up in the middle. We'll try one more for the backhand here. We're still jamming in the middle. That's okay. Not bad for being on one leg, huh? All right, so once we get the feel of being on one foot and landing out into the court on our left foot, we're going to do a little transition. And this is going to take you guys, I want you to practice flat, topspin, slice, kick. I want you to practice all the serves that you own, that you currently possess, the skills you possess. I want you to practice all those different types of serve with this 1 foot drill, okay? And pronate. So I'm going to go through this. We pronate from up here. Then we go from 1 foot out into the court and land on the left foot. Now the next one we're going to do is we're going to come off the 1 foot. But I got to say this before we go any further. You have got to make sure that all the work is done on this one and this one. So you've got to successfully be able to serve on 1 foot, okay, as or more successfully than you're serving right now on 2 feet. If that makes sense. So if you can hit 10 serves in a row with your normal platform stance serve or whatever you're doing, okay, you need to be able to do 10 in a row off this right foot, okay? I invented this. I'm pretty sure I invented it. I don't know anyone else who teaches this. I've taught this for years. And all my students are always like, oh, I get it. And so now that's why I'm doing this. I just have to interject that. I don't know anyone else who's teaching this, and I don't know why not. I think people should actually rip this off from me and start teaching it. But, you know, you heard it here first, so careful. Always give me credit here, where credit's due. Okay, I've got to give you one little interjection here. When you start doing this, that's going to feel so comfortable that you're not going to want to go to the 2-step serve here. And then once you do the 2-step serve and you're here landing on the left foot, that's going to feel so comfortable you're not going to want to change it. So you're getting more and more comfortable in all these different positions, but we got a little more work we got to do, okay? And it consists of this. I serve this way. Marty Fish serves this way. A lot of players that have a pinpoint stance serve this way. And what it involves is this. Instead of being here, I drop the foot back, and I actually bounce the ball, do my pre-shot routine up on the front foot, and my serve actually starts on the back foot. Okay, so you'd see Sampras, he would come on his back foot, and then he would come here and then launch out from there. But I take this foot, and I place it next to this foot. You used to see Edberg do it. Steffi Graf really had a pronounced 2-step serve where she leaned back and went forward, dropped it. Marty Fish does it today on tour. But this is what I do. Instead of coming here and coming like that from there, from 2 feet, I lean back here and I step next to it. And I hit a pretty fast ball that way. I missed that shot, but again, up front, weight on the back foot, and I go front foot together, let the big dog eat. That landed inside the court by 5 feet. Why? I was able to jump up higher and further into the court to take the ball out here, and I didn't have to put as much topspin on it because the ball was already higher, so I was able to pronate faster and still get it to land inside the court. Okay, so that's how that works, and I'm going to break this down for you a little bit further here. The mechanics behind it, show you some different views, and we'll really get you into the frame of mind where you're like, wow, I got something here. Let's go do it. Let's go hit some great serves. So I'll be right to that in a second. Okay, so now to see some examples and some drills you can do. We're going to go through a little bit more of the timing of this serve, okay? And you may be asking yourself, well, Coach Kyril, I'm going to do those drills. How do I know if I'm successful? You're going to know you're successful if the ball goes in the court the way you want it to, okay? It does involve a lot of other things regarding the serve, okay? It involves the toss. If you haven't seen my tossing video, you need to. Log into the members area, watch the video on the toss. Because like I said, and it involves a lot of the 10 laws stuff. This stuff is all linked together, guys, okay? So what I'm going to do here is I'm going to show you the serve, and I'm going to break this sequence down for you in my sequence of thoughts. And again, show you another drill you can do to get this one right. Now, as I'm standing up here, I put my weight forward on this foot, okay? And this is what baffles a lot of people because they don't get this motion here, okay? They don't get that. So I'm going to break it down for you. I look at my target, I look at the ball, and I have my racket, all three pointed at my target. So I've got 3 reference points in my eye. I've got the ball, the racket, and my target. Plus my eye is focused like a hawk on my target. So I know exactly where I want to hit that. Then I rock back here, and the reason I rock back here is because I want to start off the back foot. And you guys have done this, because remember when you were on one foot here? See? You were training yourselves to start on the back foot. That's why I had you on one foot back here. Okay? There's a method to my madness here, guys and girls. Okay, so we're on the back foot, and on that last drill we did, and then we were here off the back foot again. Now, I start out bouncing here, and this maybe looks like my service starting, but this is just me doing a pre-shot routine, okay? Golfers do it, pool players do it, tennis players do it. There's no other logical reason to bounce a tennis ball and spin a racket so many times other than to get prepared to focus on your shot. And that's what this is. So I start here on the front foot, and then I rock back, okay? So I'm here, now I cock. This is what I call cocking back. I cock back onto the right foot, and now I'm ready to start my service motion. So the serve really doesn't start until I get here. Once I get the weight on this back foot and my heel cocks up, here, this is where my serve starts. So I'll start it from right here. Okay, ready? I'll start from right here. Okay? And that little step you saw me take is what screws a lot of people up. And it doesn't have to. I start on the back foot. All I'm going to do is put this foot down and place this foot next to that foot, right here. Now what happens? What position am I in? I'm in the position we were just in before. Remember this one? We were practicing this. Right? All I'm doing is coming back here. It's the same thing, guys. It's the same thing. See how that works? So, the drills you need to do, we're going to go through the whole thing again, okay? You want muscle memory, want mental brain memory too. We're going to go through this again. Start out, whoops. We're going to go through the whole thing again. Start out up here, pronate. Get on one foot, pronate. Get on 2 feet, pronate. Start back here, pronate. See how this is working? Everything's starting to build up. 1, 2, 3, 4, and then the last part of this is where I just start out here and I move back and forward. I start out in this position and I move back and forward to link everything together, okay? And I get momentum going. So it looks like this. Ah, gotta let, so I get doing over. This one's going in because I'm going to put more topspin on. I'm going to adjust my toss, and if you have my DVD, you know how to do this. And there we go. Okay? So now you get to see what it looks like. I'm going to give you a couple drills here you can do. It's going to help isolate certain parts of the swing, and so you can link everything together and get that feeling for yourself. Okay, so we're going to show you this from the side. Let's show you what this looks like. Again, we're just going to pronate. Okay? I'm just going to pronate. Up. Pronate, ball goes over, up, pronate, ball goes over. All right? Second part of this drill, we're on one foot. Up, pronate, land on the left foot. Rack it back, up, launch onto the court, land on the left foot. Now we're moving to the part where we're on 2 feet. Again, feet together. Piece of cake, right? Now we're going to go back to the part where the serve actually starts on the back foot. And lastly, the whole shebang, front to back. Okay, so you've seen the whole sequence of events. Now, if you really want to ramp it up a little bit, we need to get our legs involved, okay? Because that's how we generate the power from the ground up that turns into this whip that allows the pronation to efficiently release the energy into the tennis ball. So what I do, if I really want some oomph, I really want to hit a big ball on a big point. Fifth point of the match, we always know, or fifth point of the game is the most important point. If you're 40-15 up, it's a big point. Okay? If you're 15-40 down, it's a big point. If it's 30 all, that's a big point. If I'm up a break and it's 40-15, I'm gonna let the big dog eat. I'm gonna try to end my service game as fast as possible and make my opponent fight like the dickens to hold their serve. It just wears on them mentally. And when you're serving bombs at them and they know there's no way they're gonna break your serve, it's just that much more pressure for them to hold. So this is, a little thing I do to really ramp it up. And that is, I really bend my knees deep and I launch way out into the court and I just smack the ball, okay? With a little bit of topspin to get it in. It looks like this.